to another stream of mine. We're going to be playing some more Rapid today. We hit 2100 last time, which is absolutely amazing. So we're going to try and keep it up. We're going to try and get a few more points. We're going to try and not drop below. If we do, it's okay. We'll get back. But let's jump straight in. It's okay. And we play an Italian. Let's jump straight in. Simple. Okay. D3. I play H6. This is the line I like. It may or may not be the best. Okay, now I want to play this. I'm going to play this first. I'm going to castle. Oh, he plays this. Okay, this is a very aggressive line. I will take. He pushes, exactly. And here you play d5. I believe. I might be wrong. Wait, was I wrong? Because this, and I don't have bishop takes. I'm not sure. Maybe I was wrong. I take this. Pawn takes, I give check. The bishop should block, I believe. The knight blocks. I think that's wrong. Doesn't really matter. The knight takes. That's interesting. That's castle. Take and take. Now this is hanging. Okay, he takes. And his pawns are nice. I would like to push, but he can just immediately push. So I'm gonna put the bishop on this square and then push. Okay, I would allow takes, but then there's this. So I'm gonna go. I need this. Okay, that's not a threat. I mean, it threatens this, but it's not really a big deal, actually. I can just... Can I play this? Bishop takes. I can go here, here, and here, which hangs the bishop, which would be interesting. I am going to go here. I'm going to play for this. I'm playing a little fast. I should slow down a bit. I'm trying to play quick. I'm kind of threatening this. Threatening to push. If he pushes, we take, we go here, and we have an attack. Okay. Let's go here. Put the pressure over here. Maybe he plays this. I'm more just waiting to see. Ooh, okay, hang on, hang on. Now suddenly we have something. And if you react to this, I have this. Suddenly my position's not so bad. Look at that. Our position comes alive with c5. Very nice. Very difficult to defend properly. I mean, I'm gonna get this and the bishop. He might... Yeah, he's gonna play like rook here. Exactly. I cannot play this, so I get hit with this. What can I do? I could put the queen on this square, and after takes I go here. Ooh, no I cannot. If this queen takes, but then queen here, and the only way to defend this... Oh no, you can push, and after bishop takes, queen comes back and it covers the square. Look at that, amazing defensive resource. Okay, is there anything else I can do that looks good? Or actually, can I... If this, this, your only choice to interfere. Oh, you could put the rook on this square, but then after takes, I guess I don't have much. You could just put the rook on this square, just to interfere. I really want to play a cool move. I really, really do. Could you defend that? Wait. Can my opponent defend against this? I don't think so. Simply. Okay. Now I'm threatening this. Wait. Let's figure out mate. We must have mate. Okay. Here. If this. Okay. What about this? Takes. You have to go here. You've no other choice. Then I go here. You have to block, and I win. Because queen, bishop. If the queen blocks here, I take, and I'm on this square. I don't have a rook though, so I have to make sure I have enough material to win, because he would still have two rooks. So takes here, 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 here. check here is forced. Check. If you block, I take. If you go backwards... I don't know. Wait, I really want this to work, but I don't... I really don't see a mate. I mean, let's look at this again. Here. 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 He has to go here or here. I'm gonna sack the rook. Come on, we have to do it, right? We have the opportunity, even if it's not immediately winning. We have to sack the rook. Okay? It's the rules. It's the rule. It's the law. Takes. King here is forced. If you block, I take. You have to play king here. Bishop here. Your best move is queen to c4. It has to be. If the rook, I mean, same position and you lose all your pieces. Queen c4 is the only move that holds. It's the only possibility. Yes, exactly. Now I'm gonna take. Takes. And we must have winning moves. In this position, I didn't see anything immediately concrete, but there must be a win. If this is forced, because if the bishop blocks, I win the rook. So you'd have to move. So we can guarantee that's going to happen. We can also just put the rook on here, pinning this bishop, and then playing c5. I like that plan. That wins. Because now I can play c5. If the bishop takes, I win. And if the rook takes, I give check and take. c5. Bishop takes, takes. Check. And I pick this up and I win the game on the spot. If the rook takes, I give check. If you go up, I win. If you leave, I win. c5 wins. Look at that. Bishop takes, rook takes, check. It's a fork. Does that just win him the game? No, I take this. That does nothing. Okay. Yeah, you got to be careful of moves like that. I may have had to... I could have sacked the queen, actually. King takes, check here, takes. And I'm up 3 pawns. I could have been cool and sacked the queen. Okay, do we sack the queen? Should I sack the queen? For content, right? I mean, I can also just play rook takes rook. And after king takes, I take the bishop. But I can sack the queen. I have no check on that square. Okay, we're just going to play the easy way. We'll play the easy way. I should have sacked the queen earlier. Alright, now we can't lose. This wins us the rook. Okay, let's just sack the queen. Sacrifice the queen! And he resigns. Do we have any brilliancies in that game? Was rook takes considered brilliant? Let's have a look. Come on. I mean, look at that. I didn't calculate to the full extent I could, and we do get a brilliancy. We were slightly losing here, because we're down a pawn. Okay, that was a mistake. Brings it back to equal. That's a blunder. After takes, queen here is great. So this didn't work. Let's have a look at this line. This didn't work. No, it's a draw. After this. Okay, what after this? What is the line? So there's this. Oh, and I just take the queen instead of taking the pawn. I was so hell-bent on this. Of course. I guess we hit here, this. It's the best move. And sacrifice the rook! Look at that. Very nice. Pawn takes, queen takes, here. Oh, I could have thrown in a check. Here, and then c5 was fine. Takes. Could I have sacked the queen in this position? Absolutely, right? Yeah, it makes it harder. But I promise you this is winning. I mean, you look at this position. I'm up 2 pawns. I will win this. But it would have made it a bit harder. Okay, very nice game. Nice little brilliant move. But okay, we'll move on. We're now 21-13. Okay, we play Mr. Man from Poland. French defense, I would exchange. Expecting d5. Don't always play d5. Okay, yes, d5 takes. If ed, I'll play c4. If queen takes, I'll play c4 anyway, actually. I will play c4 no matter what. Well, I do know that after queen takes c4 is the best move. This is just theory. So it's good. We'll wait. I guess our opponent doesn't know what to do in the exchange. Nobody really exchanges at my level. Most people like to play on for these difficult, push and this and this and this and this and whatever you do. And here you go here, here, and just try and like destroy down this side essentially. I don't like it because it's a lot of theory to learn, and I didn't want to know it all, so I decided to just play this line. Okay, he's suddenly playing really fast. That's not a big deal. Let's play this. I'm gonna play this as well, and this. Yep, they always like it. Okay, knight here. I'm gonna ignore that. Okay, I'm gonna go here, hitting this. Okay, I can take this. Ooh, hang on. You can take that. No. Hang on. Hang on a minute. I'm very curious about this line, actually. Alright, so if takes were fully equal, then I'm down a full rook. Then I give up a piece. If you move, I mean, I just take this. If you move, then I'm just down an exchange. What? Wait, actually, no, I have an idea. It doesn't work. No, okay, let's just take. Oh well. I think I had something there, I really do. I'm gonna have to analyze it after. Expect this. I really want to play this because then I get a good thing, but he'll just trade it off. I'm gonna go on the E file, try and push the E pawn down the board a bit. Okay, well now you've allowed this, which I like. It's no immediate threat, but I just have a very solid knight in the center of the board. Always nice. In the future, we can hit this, and if this pushes, that's a good fork to have. Keep these little things in mind. The rook does, this comes down. Maybe I can sacrifice a rook for a knight at some point. Okay, he does immediately relinquish this. So, I can play rook takes. Because if pawn takes, if pawn takes, I don't know. But if queen takes, I have a fork. I mean, I'm not going to, but I could, I guess, hypothetically. I do not want to exchange that knight for that. Not on that square. So do I come back to d3? I think I will. I could have gone back here. I don't think there's a real difference. I just like the option of controlling this square a bit better. It's here, it hits my own pawn. I don't know. I liked it here. And I can maybe play for this. That would be a fork. I don't know. We'll see. I really am curious about that line, though. I really wondered if we could. Okay. Shall I push? Yeah, absolutely, right? Takes. I play pawn takes. Why do I take with the queen? Do I want a 3 connection? Yeah, let's connect 3 pawns. Maybe a 2-2-2 was better, but I like 3 in the middle. I think I can push and maybe make some headway here. Yeah, he wants to reposition. I am just going to push. Prevent anything from coming to the square. You can't play this. And maybe I can even push the pawn again. Maybe not, I don't know. But if this, I can play this, and that's pretty scary. Okay, you want to trade queens. I don't. I'm almost obligated to, though. It's funny. I'm not, but I almost have to trade queens with this guy. Because the only other square I can go is here. I can also go back here and have you trade on my terms and get a 4. Or I can take, put the rook on this square, and after this, I can go here, forcing this. I can push. If this, I go here. If takes, I take. You have to come up. Or I guess you can go across, but then I have what? I'm not sure. It's a bit difficult for me. Maybe I just go here, and I don't know. I like having the initiative in the attack, but I don't see a way to have it. This, here, or here actually. You could just play this. Yeah. I don't want to trade the queens. It's a shame. Maybe I take and go here and then play for this. Okay, let's do that. Here is my next idea. I'm hitting this, obviously. The only way to defend is to put a rook on the file. I assume, I think, maybe he'll find some miracle move that does so, but I'm really not sure. Okay, which rook? I'd put this rook, but maybe you want this rook so that this one can hit this in the future. I really don't know. Oh yeah, okay, that's why. So if now I can push. If takes, I take a really decent knight. Let's do that. Come on. You have to take. If you don't take, you lose. If you push it, I think you're gonna lose. And I can also play rook e5 and come for this if you don't take. Yeah, you take. Okay, I take. You have an isolated pawn. Now I need to attempt. Oh, he's blundered a fork. Woohoo! Easy, easy wins. Look at this. Very nice. He has no checks with the bishop. We have to make sure if this pawn didn't exist, he could play check, take, and move. I mean, of course, we just take, nice and simple. That wins us another pawn because you can't defend this pawn. It's impossible. I could have put this rook there too. If you move the rook, I take the bishop, and you can't move any of these pieces. So you can't actually move because you can't bring the king, which means these pieces can never move if there's no checks. I can just push material as much as I want. This is very fun. Yeah, if I take, he gets unstuck. So I'm not going to take. I don't have to take. I take. And now I can take. I mean, I can easily. I can also just go here. And after king here, I can just take this. So I'm just going to do this. If you push, and I just take. Because if takes, takes. Yeah, exactly. Now, I mean, I just take. If you move the bishop, I can give this check. Which I'll probably throw in. This, takes, and this. I'd be completely invincible. That does, guess what? Absolutely nothing. I just go here, right? I mean, I can give this check. You can't take. That was a completely irrelevant move he played. Okay, I can take this. I'm just going to play this for now, just to keep the pressure here. And again, here I can sacrifice. I probably win. I can also just take this and be completely winning also. Should I give one more check? And then play this, force the king here, and then put this here. That looks hilarious. Oh no, for there's this. Okay, should I just take? Okay, I'll just take. I mean, I'm completely winning. I can't lose this. I can, but watch me do it. I've done it before, I promise. But I mean, the bishop can go there or there, which are two pretty bad squares. And I'm basically going to ladder the king in the middle of the board. Okay, that does nothing. I'm going to give this check, because why not? And I can defend this however I like and give this check and come here, which I guess I'm going to do that. It looks kind of funny. Just to put this on this square. If he runs, I mean, yeah, I put this here. That's untouchable forever. And I'm going to push this once. And if you come and attack it, I'm going to push this. And I'm going to just put the rook underneath. Okay, that does nothing. Again, I can just sacrifice, but why make it that difficult? It would just kind of... Oh, I have a nice move. D5. If rook takes, bishop takes, then I actually have to move the king. Otherwise I get forked. But wait, this, if rook takes, I move. If this bishop takes, I go here, I thought, but he plays bishop check. So I'm just going to do this, and then my idea does work, which would force a trade is my point. And then this or this is just too easily defendable for me, too easily winnable, and I would win. I mean, yeah, I can just play d5. You can't take because I go here, and if you take, maybe they just trade and push, right? It's just no threat. Okay, I'm. Oh no, am I still just free to play d5? d5. Bishop takes rook here. Like, you have to take and take, or I win the bishop. d5. All right. If rook takes, I just trade and push. If bishop takes, I play rook c6. That looks good for me. And if you don't react, I'm gonna push the pawn again. I mean, I might just start playing moves. I know, rook b4. Yeah, but I go here, and you have to take and take. If you don't, you lose the bishop. Look at that. Hi, how are you? Sorry, I'm not sure how long ago you chatted. I've been focused in deep calculation. Um, all right, now the easiest way to win this, I'll show you. Okay, Rook d3 and Rook d7. Trade it off for the pawn, and it's easy. Actually, if King here, I'm gonna play a move just to look cool. Um, okay, yeah. If this, it doesn't work now. But you just go here. Simply go to the 7th rank, defend the square, and there's nothing your opponent can do. I mean, I can't push it now, which is a shame. But any move just wins. Okay? Realistically, any move just wins. Let's go here for now. And then I'm going to run the king all the way around, because this is untouchable, right? The structure cannot be broken, you see? The structure can't be broken. He can never threaten anything. I'm just going to do this. I can like pre-move my run up, which will get stopped because he can push his pawns. But there's just nothing he can do. He can't threaten my pieces. The Doctor Bishop does nothing, so it's fine. I can give check if I want on d7, but there's just no reason. Yeah, there's no threat. Look, he has to shuffle the pieces. It just doesn't matter. Yeah, you could go here. It just doesn't matter. I can run here. I can run here. I can run here. There is nothing that can prevent him from doing this. If I stay on a light square, he can't touch me. So simply do that. And once you're close enough, either take a pawn or do whatever you like. I don't know. He's going to play like this or something, I guess. Maybe he wants it on this diagonal, I don't know. If he goes like here, I mean, I just do this. I could probably sacrifice. Come on. Yeah, okay. So he's tried to play a move that does still nothing. I'm just going to come over here. So keep the king cut off from this pawn. It's easy. It's easy, easy. He can't defend this, by the way. He might push this, see if I pre-move it. Okay. He thinks he's smart. He's going to push and go, ooh, I'm hitting the rook. But that's his tactic. That's his whole strategy. Unfortunately, that fails to check. But, okay, I give check. I give check. Just to force him back down. And I take. I could have pushed. It wouldn't have mattered. Okay. What do we do here? Do I do that? Does that look cool? I think that looks cool. Then you have to go like here. If I push, right, and you take, I go here. I want to sack the pawn. I want to sack all my pieces, really. I mean, I can do it another way for sure. There's an easier way. But I really want to do it this way. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, I just push this. He has to take, then I push. Then if he attacks it, I go here. And then as mate. We'll do it this way. This works completely fine. Yep, I push. I go here. He's going to sack the bishop. I'm going to take. He's going to go here. And we win a second game. Look at that. King here. You have to sack. Actually, no. Well, we're going to teach you guys Zugzwang. Okay, we're going to make... If he takes, at least, we get to see the principles of Zugzwang. Very fun. I'm going to go here and here. And then, which forces this, and I'm going to push... Yeah, okay, he's gone here. Let me go here. Hit the bishop. Now you have to take. Because you can't prevent... You cannot prevent rook e8. So you have to take. And then we're going to Zugzwang him, because it's funny. Okay, look at this. Check. The only legal move black has is to block. Okay? And now we can play g4. Look at that. Forcing the king to disconnect. And we can push. We do not even need to take the bishop. We don't need to take the bishop. Now we do. Now we take the bishop. And it's mate in 1. Second game won. Look at that. Very nice. Let's have a quick review. Yeah, I'm going to look back to the line I was calculating. I'm just going to see if I did have something in that position. I was very curious. I didn't go for it because I didn't see anything concrete. Bishop here, 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 here. Okay, I played the best move. I wanted to play this, which doesn't work because yeah, there's this, and king over. But if takes, I have this. What was wrong with this line? Yeah, here takes. I'm just down a piece. Okay. I was having a look at this line. I just wanted to see. But that's fine. Okay, let's go again, eh? Why not? 21-20. What opening should I play if you're still watching? Mr. GRG Ware. Give me an opening. As black, of course. Why not? Let's have a look. Let's see. Do I play? What should I play? Oh, I have to play fast. You don't know? I have 30 seconds. 27. E ampersand. An ampersand is what number on the keyboard? E5. Okay, we'll play E5. All right, we'll play a normal opening. Okay. Okay, D5. Fried liver attack. Pawn takes, knight here, bishop check. And for those, oh, he plays this line. Okay, I find this line very interesting, shall I say. Can I play this? Do you know, I really don't know. I'd be intrigued to find out. Yeah, because you go back. But now can I play knight takes pawn? I guess you take this, I take this, you take this. What if I push? Ooh, look at that. Hang on. You give check, pawn, pawn, pawn here. No, I don't know. I think I'm just doing really well. Wait, pause. This is getting a bit too difficult for me already. Yeah. Okay, so you block. Uh, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna play check. Oh, can I sack the bishop? I want to sack the bishop. I'm gonna sack the bishop. He has to play c3, or I instantly win. Or knight here might work technically, but I want him to play c3. I'm just gonna castle. Oh, can I do that? Oh, bishop blocks. Wait, if I take, he's gonna play knight takes. Okay, he'll play knight takes back. Okay, let's just castle. He obviously cannot take this. I feel like I had a better line there, but again, I didn't want to spend too long thinking about this. Bishop here. Maybe this. Oh yeah, he does just do that, no hesitation. Now what if I go here? Here. Now if this, I have this, and I completely win on the spot. But he won't play that. He obviously can't take. He's pinned. He can play this. What about that? Takes. Ooh, I'm gonna play for this. I'm gonna gambit my pawn again. Okay, hear me out. Gambit the pawn, but we hit b2 after takes and takes. Now we hit b2, and the queen is hit. Okay? I'm trying to play very active, very fast-paced chess. I think I'm going to win b2 back at a minimum, and maybe I'll get a pawn or two out on my way. Okay, you go here. Now I have this. This, you can develop any way you like. Okay, but I have this move now. And I'm going to win c2. Am I going to win c2? Seems not. I can play f5. You can't do this, I do this, and I win. You have to move the knight wherever you want. We'll keep that in mind. I also want to sack the rook, but that does nothing, right? I can't sack that rook. F5, the knight moves. I push again, it comes back. Right, so it doesn't do too much either. He's gonna play for this or this. That would hang that if he went this way. Now that actually I can't play this, I just lose the bishop. Not a possibility, but it's fine. I do really want to get rid of it. I want this pawn. Shall I play for this? I mean, I can come back to this square, actually. Let's do that, yeah. If this, I'm just going to come back here. We're preventing this, and had I not done this, this would have hung b7. and I've already lost enough pawns as it is. I'd rather not lose any more. But it's fine. Okay, what does he do? My pawn structure's kind of nice. He's got some double pawns, some isolated pawns that we can attempt to pick off. Okay, he wants to trade, but he blunders. Does he blunder a pawn? No, because he can block with the knight. Although, okay, now he has just hung a pawn. I play bishop takes, and after this, I do this. Or I do this and hit this pawn. Wait. Rook takes seems amazingly interesting. Look at that. And I'm actually just threatening to take c4. Ooh. Now he might play queen here, threatening this, which would make a lot of sense. I can either just play f6. Yeah, you do that. But I'm free to just take this. Am I? Oh, look at this trapper. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Play rook takes, thinking we're trading, and you lose to mate. Ah, oh, come on. Oh, okay, you take that. But now this is very, very weak. If he plays, yeah, you have to just defend. Ooh, look at that. We have the initiative, I think. Now I'm gonna go here. I want. I mean, I just want the pawn, right? If you go here, I go here. You have to play this. I go here. You go here. I go king here and prepare g6, and I win the pawn. So I think this just looks really good. Yeah, and now here's the piece of information I was saying that's really important. Can I take that pawn? Wait, if this it's mate, and if this I have this. No, I lose c7. It's not worth it. I should have this. This is fine. Now these are both hanging. He'll push. No, he's gonna. Yeah, he defends that. He just gives me this for this. I figured. Um. Okay. Well, am I off? Am I fine to trade that? Okay. And then I go to a5. Oh, what? Oh, of course. If he takes it, was mate. Oh my goodness. I would have blundered that. I mean, now I can just go back to c5, right? There's just. I'm just gonna go back. I'm up 2 pawns. Look at this. And I have to figure out a way to stop him attacking this. Now he's not. He's gonna go here. That's what he wants. But if this, I'm just going to take this, and if takes, here, I cannot lose. So let me do this. I'm very happy if he plays this. This is great. Okay, good. This is perfect. We trade off more material, and now we just can't lose. Right? We're up 2 pawns in a rook endgame. I go up. I have many, many moves. Let's play b5. Play b5. Push this pawn, yeah, but now I can just defend. And I can go here. Okay, should I play rook here? Let's go here. If he goes here, I'm going to go here. Should make me very happy, because then I get king f6. I'm also willing to trade a pawn for a pawn, right? If check here, I can take this, there's this, but that's not a great trade for me to indulge in, I don't think. So I'm going to go back. I was trying to trick him, didn't work. If he runs all the way over, he might have something, but I really am not worried. I'm really not that worried. Okay, let's give check and go for this pawn. If this okay. I'm gonna pick all these pawns up, and then I'm gonna sack the rook, and I'm gonna have 3 pawns, and I can't lose. Completely unlosable. Here. This is fine. Takes. If this... Yep, I mean, I just push, and I get there first. Push. I mean, push? Comes down. I'm gonna go here, just so he can't. He might go here now. Right, he might go here, in which case I just push. I push, you go underneath. Okay, I have to be very careful here, by the way. I do have to be very careful, because if this, I get hit with this. But if I go here, you push, I go here, you bring the king, and I sacrifice. Here, 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 takes. Okay, I can play g5. This is okay. I can play g5. Yeah, you have to watch out for interference in these positions, right? And if pushes, I actually could push enough to queens. He actually has no checks, and he would just have to trade, and I'd be up 2 pawns. So maybe I'll just play for that. Maybe I'm just going to push the pawn down the board. That also works. I think that's the easier way of doing it. And then I'm up 2 pawns. I can cut the king off and push my pawns. So if he pushes, I'll push. Pushes. Queens. He has no checks. He has this check, but that just hangs a queen. And after all this is said and done, takes and takes, I'm up 2 pawns. And this is just going to be a win. Because you can't stop 2 pawns in a rook endgame. It's impossible. Especially when your king is on the other side of the board. If the king's here, maybe, but just never. Alright. Give me just a second. I'm going to drink my tea. I'm going to mute because I don't want you guys to have to hear the slurping sounds, but I'll be right back, I promise. I'll be right back, I promise. I'll be right back, I promise. I am back. That was very nice. I hope you weren't too lonely while I was gone. I hope you weren't too lonely while I was gone. I mean, yeah, I just push. There is just nothing he can do. He can go here. I'm gonna go here, and then I can't lose this. All right. Somebody give me an opening for our next game. If I play white, give me an opening as white and an opening as black, and I'll play it. Yeah, exactly. But I just go here, and I mean there is just nothing he can do. That doesn't matter. Come on, that does nothing. I do this. If he does this, by the way, that still does just nothing. I can just do this, and after you take, I can just queen. Like this just does nothing. You can take h3. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. I'm gonna play h2. You're gonna play a7. I'll play h2. Okay, come on then. Let's go. If he queens, I take. If he doesn't queen, I queen. If you take that, okay, I queen. Oh, it's pinned. What a shame. All right, someone give me an opening. Let's go. Game's over. I need an opening, please. One is black or one is white. We'll do one more. One is black or one is white. We'll do one. Come on, I'm up. I've won 3 games in a row today. We're up to 21-28. Very nice. Very nice games. Let's go. All right, new 10 minutes. Nobody wants to give me an opening. That's okay. I'll play something. All right, we're white. Does anybody want to give me an opening? Last calling. If not, I'll just play what I normally play. All right, 3, 2, 1. Ah, game was aborted. I was too slow. Hopefully, I get white again. If I get black because of that, I'd be sad. Okay. Oh well. I play Frax from the country of France. Another French. This is gonna bore you. I'm gonna do another exchange French and play c4. Okay, this is the same game as last time. Here. Okay, it's slightly different. The move order has changed ever so slightly. Okay, I'll take and take. Because people love to wait for that for some reason. Let's see if our little Frenchman has messaged us to say hello. No. By the way, if you're wondering why my flag is French, I live in France. Um, I've lived there for 16 years now, so I guess it's more of the country I live in. That is, I guess, just to come this way. He wants to come and destroy me on the king side. Okay, I'm gonna bring my reinforcements immediately. Oh wow, what? So he went knight here, and the knight that was there went here and here. What? That's so odd. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. It's the oddest thing I've seen in a while, but you know, people do what you want. I really want to sacrifice on this square just to bring the king out into the open. That's so weak. I want to sack and just do this and this, and it's not weak anymore. Okay, I'll take. Pawn takes, I assume, because if bishop, I mean, of course I will take. Oh, wow, I have the bishop there. Does he play queen takes? Is that what he wanted? I find that to be wrong, because this wins. Correct? Yes. My opponent's going to blunder this. I mean, I hope at least. Actually, I can play this. I can't now. Okay, well, I mean, I'm going to go here anyway, because this looks incredibly strong, and the queen has to run. And then, can I do something here? Can I play like queen here? I don't know. I want to play some crazy wacky moves. That is not a threat. What if no? How do I? What if I go here? No, that's not. That doesn't do anything. I want a move that doesn't. I want to sack the rook. What happens if I sack the rook and give this check? Wait. I mean, that's just amazing. No. Wait. If you block, I just wait. Boom. Boom. Come on. Please tell me this works. You have to play this. I just play this. You move the knight. I mean, I just take this, that hangs. Boom, boom. Look at me. 19 move win. Look at that. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. We're in for a treat. Look at that. Game, set, and match, eh? So here we had a. Yeah, here he just went backwards. Okay, I had to just take and to have a pawn. But look at this. We take. I mean, I'm +3. Look at that. Great move. +3 in this position. Because black has no development. Look at his pieces. Look at mine. And here. Rook takes f7. Look at that move. Absolutely wonderful. Check. I wasn't even supposed to play check. I wasn't even supposed to play that. I'm supposed to take this and threaten mate. This move works. Um, but after this, which is the only move, by the way, if king here, I just win the queen. It's a fork. After this, I would take, and you could re-attack me. Yeah, see, I'm still completely winning in this position, but very nice. I'll play one more because that was a very short one. I'll play one more. It was a very short, and we're doing really well, actually. Let's play one more. Um, but yeah. Okay, a Khan. Now, I do the same as a French defense, don't hate me. I take and play c4. This is called the Panov attack. It's the exact same thing. And I essentially just get the same similar position. I play the same moves. Look, you don't need to get anything complicated. Look, it's the same thing every time. Develop, castle, and just play chess. You might find it boring to play like this. It gets boring occasionally. You have to play it so many times for it to be even remotely boring, I promise. I'm going to go here. Just prevent this. Doesn't really matter, but I might as well do this and this. And we'll be alright. This is going great so far. Oh, I need to retitle this video, don't I? I'm still on Rapid Chess #4. I apologize. Done. Sorry, I hadn't even noticed I hadn't changed the name. Okay, just preparing this. I will castle. See, I've changed the name of the stream. I hadn't done that. Um, but yeah, look. Okay, he does just immediately strike back. If we don't take, by the way, we get killed. So we're gonna have to take. I have no real choice. Now, if this, which is bound to happen, I can take. Can I take? No. I feel like I have a tactic here, but I can't see it. Can I take? Go here. Wait, hear me out. You have to leave, and I take, and take. Bishop to d4 looks so good. Is that a threat? I don't know. It might be. This looks really nice. Yeah, but now I take this, 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 this. I understand I don't win anything in and of itself, but I like having good control of the center. I think it's nice. Okay. Knight takes. You can have b2. Go on then. Let's trade it. I like this knight in the middle. My pawns are a bit split, but I have a knight in the center and he doesn't. So this can't be too bad, right? I hope. Alright. Now, how do we advance? He's gonna play for this, I believe. Um so I mean I could play f4, f5. Okay, let's do that. F4. If bishop here, I mean I just take this. And after takes, I bring the rook back. He does go for that. I desperately want to play f5. I want to take this. There's a lot of things I want to do. If we trade everything off, he has a queen here, I have a rook here. And then what? What can I do? I can go here, gain a tempo. You give this check, I go here. Or you're here, you just take this. If you take this, I play this. You don't have to take, but I push, and you get put in prison. Maybe bishop e4 works. I just take and take. Okay, let's do that. I am afraid of a bishop discovery move, but this one doesn't matter because I take and takes is the point. I'm worried about this being a bit odd. If the queen ever leaves, there's just a fork, which is very important to keep in mind. If rook takes, then I would be threatening a fork. Not really, because queen here then threatens a rook, but after takes and takes, I go here and I escape. Okay, yeah, exactly. He sacrifices this. Now we can counter sacrifice actually, which I think I have to do. If I take, I just have a terrible pawn structure. So let's sack the bishop. I might as well. Um, Now, good thing we have lots of things on light squares, you see? This dark squared bishop can't attack any of them. Now, if he sacrifices this, we are going to sacrifice also, but ours is with check. So he takes. I expect queen here, to which I will play queen here and hold everything, because takes. That isn't a threat. I take this, you take this. I can give check. Yeah, okay, so you can't do that. Queen here. I like that move. Preventing his queen from coming in. Maybe threatening this if the queen ever moves. We'll see. You might now play for this at some point. I don't know. But let's see. Let's see. I always have this as a possibility. F5. If you take queen takes threatens this, rook takes threatens this. I quite like advancing down the board. Our king is relatively safe. I mean, there's a bishop here. Okay, yeah, I did expect this to some extent. This isn't too scary a move. I think I can just go here. Or, I mean, like, no. I don't want to lose that, really. Now, what if, hear me out, I go here, check, you have to go here, which is why it's interesting to me. Because if you go here, it's mate. If you go here, it's check blocks. And I don't have anything, actually, in that position. No. I want this move so bad. Okay. Let's have a think. I can play this, which just defends, by the way. I didn't want to have to play this. I want more dynamic play. I want to get into it. Can I play this? You can't take, but you can just move, so my attack becomes irrelevant. I want to play this move very, very badly. Okay, let's just defend. Of course, he could sacrifice the exchange, but that would do nothing. I'd double up here. I am invincible. Although no, I wouldn't be, because bishop here, I'd have to go here. I'd be alright. I'd be alright. I need to find a way to get this here and force the king here. If the queen ever moves, I might just put this here and then go for this. But the king can always run this way, is my issue. Okay, you want to trade. I thought he had blundered a fork right there. I really, really did. Wait, wait. Queen here just wins. No? No. Queen here looks very good though. No, it doesn't. Yeah, yeah, because this. That looks great. That looks like a great move. Hang on. I think this is a good move. Because I mean, the rook's hanging. The rook has to go back. Oh, okay. Check. Check doesn't do much, but it's a bit spooky, I guess. Um, let's just move. I guess he's gonna play this. Rook here. Okay, okay, okay. A little bit scary, a little bit scary. I guess I had missed this check. I could have almost played this, but that didn't work. Okay, he does. Okay, this position got a little bit more complicated relatively fast. Can I just push? Can I just push this? I mean, it would allow this, but how do you defend? How do you survive? I mean, after this, takes here. And no, you have this. No, you don't. I win. If this, I just take. I mean, you have no checks, which is why I think I can just get away with this, and just go for this. Okay, I take the risk. I want to just push down the board. Let's be aggressive. Let's try and be as aggressive as possible. Of course, if this does happen, we can actually just play this, which would sacrifice here. If this, here, maybe not. I mean, I have this check, I have this, and I would find triangulation to get here, so I would. But that's not how this game is gonna go. I think I actually don't know what he'll play, but it's gonna be an interesting game. Maybe this. No, that hangs a rook. How do you play this? Because you can't go here. That's very important. Is actually I defend this square, which is almost like if I don't have that, I just lose. So it's a very good job I cover e3. But yeah, from here I'm really not sure. I guess he has to like. No, that doesn't work. I can play this. I can also just take and take. Right? I can just take. If this trying to pin me, I just take with a pawn and I take and I just win. If you take, I just win. I don't. Yeah, but I win. I just win. Like I have checks and triangulations. I just do. All right. I think maybe he has to push. But then I mean, there's just knight takes, check after takes. It's a fork, and I just win. I don't know. I don't see how he gets away with this. I really don't. I promise. I mean, this all looks terrible. If this I just take, you have no checks, which is so nice. Ah, that holds because if I take, you can give me check, and after takes, um, maybe that holds. You know, I think he can hold with f5. I'm still looking because I can't really believe it. No, that's if I go there. Wait, what if I play like here, and then you give me check? I block with the rook, you give this check, I go here, you go here, I go here. No, I can't go there. Ah, maybe he holds. F5. F5 might hold. There is no en passant. Yeah, F5. Alright, let's see what our opponent has concocted. Yeah, this is annoying. Yeah, I'd be up a pawn, but it wouldn't matter. Unless, can I make him take? Does that make it any better? Like take. Here there's this actually, which is really bad. Um, can we force our opponent to take? And what if I do something completely different and just if I just don't take this? Yeah, I have to think about that. I wish it wasn't check. I really do, but I mean it is, so we have to figure it out. Takes, check, takes, takes, rook here. Um, mm-hmm. No, there is no en passant because the pawn doesn't end up next to the pawn. It's only if I'm on, as white, you have to be on the 5th rank, and as black, you have to be on the 4th rank. He doesn't land, see, he doesn't land next to my pawn, so there is no en passant. Look, I can't do it. It's only en passant if you're next to each other. Which is a shame, because if there was, this would be a very easily winning move, I agree. But I do not, I don't see an easy win, and I'm really sad I don't. I really, really wish I did. I can't just move the king. I get met with any bishop check in the universe, which is really sad. Okay, I'm just gonna have to play up a pawn and try it. But I mean, my pawns are so bad. I don't see how I hold. He has to give this check, which he's obviously gonna do. It's his only move. And then he has to decide. I mean, I have to decide now. Do I want to take or do I want to move? If I go here, I get hit with this. Then there's this, and it's actually just a repetition. So I can't play for that. I can block and then have him take. I could block with the rook, but then I'm scared. So I will just take and rook here, as I said. I'm a little scared to play these moves. If this, I'm fine. If this, check here. Oh, I go here and I win. Oh, check here is incredibly strong. Hang on. I don't know if he stops it, actually. Like this or this. I mean, just this. Check, check. You have to sack the rook. I don't know. How do you defend this? Yeah, okay. I go here. It's down the light squares. You see, if I can, I should stay on the light square. Yeah. Here. And how do you defend check? Here is the only legal move. Here. You see, because now the bishop has to move. It has to go here, 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 or here. Or I just take the bishop, right? Of course. You see that. I take the bishop if he doesn't play any of these moves. And I push the pawn. If you go here, it's check here and I queen. If you go here, I don't queen because it's yeah, but this, right? I just win. I'm so I'm worried I'm gonna mess this up here. No, I have this move, and then after the king moves up, I have this, and I can move and takes. I have no pawns left. Oh, that would be a draw. Pushes. If this, I actually there's no immediate mate. Wait, come on. What if I go? Oh! Look at this. Oh yes, I've won. That is mate. What about my rook? I believe you're referencing my rook. What? If pushes, yeah. I mean, he could have just taken, but yeah, and resigns. Look at that, because I'm threatening the bishop and mate. I'm very happy about that. Yeah. Had I pushed, let's have a look. Had I pushed king here, there's just rook f8 before. Did I just blunder? Oh, that's mate. I overthought this. Thank you, chat. Yeah, that was just mate. Oh wow. Yeah, I overthought it. That was just mate. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, just mate on the board. Oh, that's hilarious. That's great. That's great. Uh, and actually, you know what? I have more mates. I've just seen. I can play this, which leads to mate at some point as well. Um, yeah, because I just go here, here. I mean, and at least at very worst, I queen. Yeah, no, you're right. I could have played this and queened. I mean, force this. There were so many easy lines. Now I'm out the game, very easy to spot, but I was just so hell-bent on making G7 work that I didn't see anything other than G7. You see, that's my problem. I looked at G7 and didn't see anything other than G7. And yeah, and then I saw mate, but just yeah, I could have just played it. Absolutely. All right, I guess I think I'll end it here. Let's have a look at my stats right now. 2146. We gained 40 points today. How amazing is that? We went on a 5-win streak. Look at that. Very, very nice. We played some very nice games. I'm very happy. Let's have a look at where that puts us with our stats. 2146 rapid stats. I like to have a look at these. I am 17,000th. 99th percentile. Pretty good. Good. Pretty happy. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for helping me out. I had, yeah. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and please check out the video on YouTube if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.